Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today I'm bringing you another callouts video. Now, the purpose of this video is to give you and your team exact callouts as you rotate through this week's Trials map. So I'm making this as the time Convergence has come out, the first time in Destiny 2. Obviously, when Convergence comes back into rotation, you can use this same video, and I will link the same video so that way you can use the callouts. So here we go. We're going to start off and just identify that this map is a symmetrical map, which means it's the same on both sides. One side is a green colored side and one side is a red colored side. They did change it a little bit. This is a D1 remake from the map Pantheon, but we'll start off here. We're in the green spawn, and this is a common spot you'll see people jump up to when people are running all the way back in their spawn, running away from supers. It happens to me pretty frequently and to others. So this is the green spawn. You won't see this call out a ton, but it is a part of the game. So we'll push from there, from the green spawn over here to A. So this is where A spawns when you're playing the control game mode. So we'll call this spot A, and this general area, this general vicinity will be A all around here. Again, like I've mentioned before in the other callouts videos, the most obscure spots don't need really specific callouts. We don't need to label every little thing in the very obscure, like outside edges of the map. It's more towards the middle that you really want to be specific, so that way you can tell where people are going, where they're rotating, where they're moving. So as we move closer to the middle of the map, we'll have a lot more specific callouts. So this is the lane. This is where you'll often go with your teammates to either lane with, auto rifles, snipers, whatever ranged weapons you got, pulse rifles, or even hand cannons as you push up closer to the bridge. But this is the lane. On this side, we'll call it the green lane, and on the other side, we'll call it the red lane. As you can see, I'm sniping over to that side. There will be people sniping there regularly. And I'm going to make another video that's going to follow this one. That's going to be a breakout strategy video where we're going to talk about the variety of different breakout strategies you can use when you play this. It's a little more advanced than this. Is a very simple call out video. So we've got lane, and then right here we have the block. You could also conversely call this the green block. In the dead center of the map, we have the cube. We're calling this the cube. We push over towards here, and we have the bridge. All right, jumping across the bridge now, and now we're on the red side. And every call out is going to be the exact same on the red side. And if you're aware, if you just spawned in and you start calling out, hey, he's in the lane, people are going to know that they're in the green lane. But as time goes on and later on in the map, you might want to call out green lane or, red lane or red hall or green hall, which is what I'm going to call over there. So try not to confuse the two. There is a hall and there's a lane, and those names sound similar. It's because the map is so close to each other. It's kind of eerily close. You'll see in a second. So here we have the red lane and sniping across that again. Okay, we're in the back here, and on this side we actually have the C point. So this is where C would spawn, and so if people are back here, this would be C. We just call this C, and then this would be the red spawn. Sometimes people will be jumping back there. This is the back, so I would call it back red if my teammates didn't know that they were on the red side, but if they do, then obviously I'll just say they're in the back, and that this little back hallway, this dark hallway, would be back. And so this side now is the hallway. So you've got the red hall, and on the other side is the green hall. And as we push up over here, we've got stairs. It's pretty easy to identify. We've got red stairs and green stairs, and then the waterfall. And then right here is actually where the power ammo spawns, right in this location. So I would call this, he's on power. Even if it's not the power round, it's good to just identify that this is the power round. And that spot right there is the overtime right there. So if you're standing in that exact spot, you could say cube, or you could say overtime to let them know which side of the cube they're on or where they're located at specifically. So that covers most of the callouts. Again, I'll go over here to clarify a few things. This is the green hall, or just hallway. If you were to spawn and push here immediately, obviously you don't need to call out super specific. You just say they're in the hallway. You can call out how many people are sniping across that, etc. And then we're pushing out here. We have the outside. Anyone around this area, I'm just calling this the outside because it's open and it's an outside area. And then sometimes people will be jumping up here, and I'll call this the edge. People are on the edge. And so with all of those, you have a pretty, elaborate, this is the block again. This is on the other side of the map. You've got the block, and you've got the bridge. With all of those, you've got the overtime, the cube, the power, the waterfall. With all of those, you should have a pretty good, system of callouts for your teammates. So that way people know where enemies are rotating. People know where enemies are. If there's two at the cube and one in the waterfall, all right, let's push the waterfall. Let's push the guy who's alone, right? And where the waterfall is. Callouts are essential to playing well in trials. You're going to want callouts, even if you are super good at the game and you can get flawless without callouts, or maybe you've gotten flawless in the past and you didn't care about callouts. You're going to want to learn callouts because it's only going to increase your chances and increase your success the more you play trials. It doesn't hurt at all. If your comms are completely empty or hollow, or you're just talking about random things, it will only help you more. to give specific callouts. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will be making one for every single map. So if next week's map is a different map or a map that I haven't covered yet, make sure to look on my Twitter, and I will tweet out the video of the callouts for that map respectively. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.